What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cuffin the Dip coming at you guys with another one, man. Been a while. Got Crypto Vern, got Justin Man 04 in the building, man. How you guys feeling today, man?
Man, everything's cool, man. What's up with you, bro?
Cool, man. Been a while since I've been on, man. So definitely feels good to get back at it. So
yeah, man. Let me let everybody know we live, because I'm the one, the goofy that kind of messed up everything. So let me let everybody know we live.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Living life, enjoying the markets, the red days. We've been around long enough to where the red days don't scare us.
Yeah.
And when I see red, I think green. I mean, pull the trigger, time to dollar cost average that bad boy. But other than that, man, I'm doing good, man. How y'all doing good up there?
Oh yeah, man. I can't complain, bro. Just busy, you know what I mean? We'll get into that, you know what I mean, later, a little bit later.
That's what's up. Long live Kings in the building. What's good, man?
Yeah.
What up, King?
Cuff, is it freezing where you are right now?
Man, it's actually not bad, man. I went outside without a thick coat on, so anytime that I can do that, I'm proud of myself and my environment.
There you go. There you go.
That's the only thing I can say to that, man. Because the weather is just crazy, and like I already know what to expect in Chicago, so it's okay, man. I'm used to it, man. I know it's like 50 degrees over there, Vern, probably decent over there too. I don't know if it's cold,
bro. It was like ridiculously cold for like the last 2 days, and today it was like kind of like almost summertime a little bit, but it started raining. It was misty. I was like, this weather is so ridiculous.
Yeah. We actually had people like quit playing golf today. They were like, yeah. They played like 3 holes and they're like, "No, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done with this. There's zero reason for me to be here." I told them they were crazy for going out in the first place, and I work there and I love golf. But I'm not just gonna go out and be miserable. I'm out on that.
Yeah, I would pass on anything that involves me like going out in cold weather. I'm just not doing it.
Yes, not at all. Not at all. Well, fellas, it's been a while since we've been here, so I don't think I've actually talked to either one of y'all since Thanksgiving. So happy belated Thanksgiving, happy early Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all those.
Christmas is actually my favorite holiday. Having a bunch of kids is actually probably one of the more fun things. I actually get to see them smile. Spending money is fun too, right? Everybody just loves.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Especially with birthdays and
I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the thing is, your kids, they want like $20, $10 items. My kids want like $200 or $300, $400, $500 items.
Yeah,
it's brutal. I just got a text today saying, "Hey, I need a new iPad." Sweet. Now, guess what?
That's one of the things that's wanted. iPads.
I don't know what. Yeah, bro. These kids, they smart these days. They be asking for iPad. iPad, like what? Yeah, for real, bro.
My son got 2 custom-made gloves. That's what he got. So
2 custom-made what?
Baseball gloves. He got a first baseman mitt, and then a regular baseball glove.
Yeah, say baseball glove, bro. He's like glove.
Yeah, I already know that. Kings, I gotta set it back up. I just didn't set up my my account to go live on it.
Oh yeah, man. This is our first. I kind of like messed up the time. That's why I'm shooting everybody a text or whatever. But yeah, we definitely gonna get it right, and we're gonna definitely be on TikTok acting a fool too. So y'all stay tuned for that.
Y'all really are gonna make me download TikTok, aren't you?
Hey man, if you don't, you're gonna be missing the most most spectacular show ever.
Man, yes, I don't know. YouTube's relaxed. Like you can say a lot of different things on YouTube too, but I think TikTok's a little bit more relaxed. And then there's
yeah,
things you can do on it. You know what I mean? Like we can do content like this, just banter back and forth. Like you can do like stuff where you can actually share a screen. You can do stuff to where you're actually like battling on there too and kind of bantering back and forth. Like y'all can join Team Burn, Team Just a Man 04, or the winning team. You know what I mean? Like whatever team y'all choose to be on at that time period. And literally, like, man, you could just be a part of that team, man. I mean, y'all gonna lose if y'all join the other team, man, but y'all get to enjoy the moment, the fun, the banter, the things that happen. You know,
yeah. I'm about to what you call. I'm just doing this right here. Send that to you so we can talk about this later. And now I'm back focused, trying to get everybody a little, message.
No, you good. Well, in the meantime, man. So I guess I can kick it Justin's way first, man. I got a question. So, what do you feel like was the biggest problem you had in Web3, or the biggest mistake that you made that prevented you from making money in Web3?
I mean, going back to the last bull run, I would say for me, I feel like I didn't take the profits I could have.
Okay.
For two reasons. One being brand new and thinking that every day's a green day. I sat there for the last 6-7 months, and every day we were up. It's gonna have a little pullback. It'll, tomorrow's a new day. We'll bounce back. Didn't happen. Also, another thing was, being, kind of being a content creator and being a part of the community. Not wanting to talk about a project and then on the backside at night, kind of sell my bag. So, just kind of being a part of the community and not wanting to hurt the community, instead of, realizing, hey, I'm an investor as well. Like, the name of the game is for all of us to make money. So those are probably my two biggest reasons why I miss just being new and not understanding how cycles work. And then being a part of communities and not,
Well, look, so I got a rebuttal. So that the only thing I'll say is you were newer. I think we both were a bit newer at the time. So I think that my biggest thing would be I've never said that I'm not going to sell, or I didn't sell and I didn't and I was actually selling. I think that's when, like, you should feel like bad about, you know what I mean, kind of presenting something, you know what I mean,
Correct.
about
Correct.
something, telling them how good it is, and then you're just selling off as people are buying in and kind of learning about the project. But like every time I say I'm holding something, I'm holding it. I feel like I'm holding that cryptocurrency for a reason, because it has potential. I see the long-term potential in the future of that cryptocurrency, and that's why I'm willing to hold it. Because I've said multiple times on my streams that I'm a person that I don't. You actually have to intrigue me for me to actually want to hold your cryptocurrency long term.
Right.
So, yeah. Vern, how you feel about that question?
Just to repeat that question, because I want somebody to hear the question over again. I think they just joined.
So, what is the biggest problem you had, or the biggest mistake you feel like that you made in Web3 that prevented you from making money?
Keep my eye, keep them. I guess it's a multitude of things, right? Because I'm a loyal dude, right, to a certain extent. Sometimes I'm loyal to a fault, to some projects that don't deserve it. Not talking to like-minded people a lot more. I mean, shoot. I mean, I have to really think about that, because that's a complex question for myself, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's more. A lot of things happen, like, for example, like even in the Saitama days, right? You were finding plays, and we made, a couple dollars on plays. But if we had the same mentality we have now, we probably would have been multimillionaires by now. I can stamp that, because it was just so many plays we just was looking at, because we were kind of like, we didn't have blinders on, but we don't have our minds and ears, and we're not more focused, and we have a lot more knowledge. We actually stopped and was okay, but what were we doing here? You started finding out trades, and you were really good at that. And I was just trying to find my way, trying to advise tokens that, yeah. So, yeah, it's been stressful. I can tell you that.
So I guess from listening to you, you would say the biggest problem that you had would be distractions, or was it a lack of knowledge going in, a lack of networking opportunities? Because you said a couple different things, so I couldn't really pinpoint.
So let's talk about the network. Like, we were networking with each other, but it's like we needed somebody else that's probably been in the space a lot longer. And I think if that person was around us, we probably would have, did things a little differently. But I mean, it was a lot of pressure, man. I mean, bro, at one point our channel was like, all right, let's go back to those days, right? I mean, we was on YouTube. I promise, bro, from like what? I think I met you in August, September?
Yeah, I think it was around that range. It was a little bit before my birthday.
So we started being on like every day almost, bro. Like literally every day.
Yeah.
I think we missed like 2 or 3 days. We even went on Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, kids just got done opening stuff. I have to move all the rappers.
So, yeah, it's like, I don't think people, like, we were really down for the community, right? And we had nothing to show for it. All that work, and we had nothing to show for it. Like, they didn't even say, hey, you know what, man? Great job, man. Here's some tokens, guys. Nothing. Man. But it's like, was I doing it for them? No. Not really. When I met them, I just shook my head like, God dang. I got duped. But how am I supposed to say, oh, man, and this is not, come on, man. That ate me alive. So you just sit there and you be depressed and like, dang. Dang. I can't unalive nobody. I can't do this. I can't do that. So what can I do? Well, let me go to a therapist. Just talked it out, man. Situate things in my head. And I mean, I'm always thinking in my head, and I can never let myself slip. So, I'm not going to trick myself out my spot because I fell for something that I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
So it's a good learning lesson now. So, and people are like scared of Bitcoin going down to like whatever it went down to today. And I'm like, we just went from 92,000 and then it spiked all the way back up to almost 100,000. Now it's consolidating again just to like 90 something. Where are we at now anyway?
96K. Almost.
So 90. It's like it's like.
But I don't think a lot of folks realize how hard it is to break through like 5s, zeros on a chart. Like getting to $1 is really, really hard. It's hard to break through that dollar. It's hard to break through 5.
I don't mean that part, right? I don't mean that part. I mean the part like, oh my gosh, I'm selling my bag. I remember like people are selling their bag like a Bitcoin, like if it was at like 50,000 and went to like 49, people will sell their whole Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But that's how people panic. I'm like, we just went from.
It depends on if you panicking or if you making money and being smart. Now, if you sold your Bitcoin at like the top and then you bought it lower, you know what I mean? Let's just say it was $50,000 when you sold, it dropped down to 35K or 40K or something like that. You just made $10,000 and you still have the same amount that's going to go up when the market goes up. But you got to be able to time the market and be smart about those type of trades. So,
right.
I think this is our time. Oh, go ahead, Justin.
No, go ahead.
No, this is the time that, like I said, we just get back on our channel, get back on our grind, and really show people like, don't get into these coins. Like, I wish we would have been on when the Haktua coin came out. Like, but you
Tony
know what?
good.
You can't get into those, right? But you got to get in and like get out, like in. Yeah.
Tony, what's good, man? Joy B, what's good? How you doing?
What up?
Amigos, absolutely. Yeah, I want to add to your question. I want to add one more thing is what to look for in projects. Kind of how to identify those red flags in projects where
that's gonna be a whole another segment.
Bro, that's a whole nother stream. Like that could be a week long.
They gotta come back for that because I got some new things that I done learned, and just being in crypto, I swear, bro, like the ass whooping you get at the beginning, the amount of money that you lose, and the thought process you have about what you could have did with that money changes your morale.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
just move.
So let's talk about it. Instead of buying a $16,000 Bitcoin, I invested into 2 projects, and they both ultimately didn't do really what it was supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of having $96,000 right now,
almost 97. I ain't trying to rub it in or nothing, but
so that's the thing that I want to teach people. Like, if you make it on a meme coin or something like that, what's wrong, Justin?
I'm just cup over there, just
oh,
just real quick,
little 97 piece, but look, that ain't up. That's what you have not been in crypto long enough unless you can say, man, I could have had this or I lost this, and that ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You're not even supposed to be in crypto if you ain't be able to say it. Everybody's not gonna take super large losses. You know what I mean? Some people learn a little bit earlier, but you're gonna take some L's to where, like,
hey, listen. At least we didn't throw our hard drive in the trash.
Man, some people literally go crazy off of this. You know what I mean? Like, you see hundreds of thousands of dollars, you calculate how much you could have had all together. It could have been millions, but you're sitting on like 2 nickels to rub together right now.
Yeah.
You eat noodles or whatever else is going on. You know what I mean? Like, and if you still got the fortitude to be in cryptocurrency, still pat yourself on the back, clap, do something, because you're a strong individual or you're crazy. Because you know what I'm saying, you keep doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results. What that is.
The definition of insanity, right?
Yeah.
Facts.
So, yeah, man. But my answer to the biggest thing I feel like I did would be one, ignore obvious red flags for the sake of a community or just trying to build something that I don't own, possess, or will never have the ability to sway in any way or direction. Just because really, when you think about it, you're putting money into companies, you're putting money into ideas, you're putting money into entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And when you put money into it, at some point you expect some type of return. You didn't pay the money to join a community, to get more friends, and to talk to more people online. You know what I mean? That's more time consuming. That's more, you know what I mean, distractions. So me personally, like I got really intertwined into that at first, and I think the reason being was I came in, and Saitama was one of the first things that really like sparked off. And when it sparked off really well. So the connection and the bond between the people that were in the community, some are still separated. I don't have any issues with anybody in Saitama, but it really built this aura to where, man, like if you actually stick together and work together, man, you can build something big. But
bro, we still can. That's what people don't understand. But go ahead.
Nah, but what my rebuttal to that is the bear market and the extended bear market. It wasn't just a short, brief bear market period. It was a long, drawn out bear market to where some people were making money, other people couldn't make money to save their lives. They lost more in the bear market than they did in the bull run. You know what I mean? Because more money was coming in, less money was going out. So the depression kind of sets in, and people get this mentality to where they know for a fact they have to sell before somebody else sells, because regardless to if you do TA or anything else, man, like you cannot do TA for somebody dumping 5 to 10 ETH of a project all at once. You know what I mean? There is no TA that's going to tell you that that's going to happen. Support levels are destroyed at that point. Fear is all throughout the entire project. People are talking about it. There's pictures of it on Twitter, you know what I mean? And everybody's not built to see stuff like that, let it roll off and see an opportunity to buy the bottom if there's still a relevant reason to buy it.
Yo, you know, them cats used to drop 100 ETH clips, and you almost couldn't feel it sometimes in say time back then. I'm like, God dang, that mother had some liquidity like a mother.
Liquidity pool was too thick, and on top of that, there was buyers for that. There was such a demand. There were people waiting for that chart to go down because they know that, or they felt that it was going to continue to keep going up. You know what I mean? Like, so many people sold. Say time was like, yeah, I'm just going to buy the dip. Wasn't no dip. Shit kept going up, and people regretted that. You know what I mean? Bought back in smaller bags. That's just what happened.
But, yeah, man. So, oh, shoot. Shout out to Glenn, man. Man, I'm going to have to let you meet him, Cuff, man. It's a good dude, man. Shout out to Glenn, man. Let's go. Good seeing you guys together again. Yeah, man. I was like, there's too many people, man, that's going to get hurt. And I don't want them to make the dumb mistakes I made, some of the foolish mistakes we all made. I mean, including all of us on this channel. I mean, hey, I'm the dummy that sent 600 billion Saitama to a dead wallet. So, hey.
Bro, look, but
30 days before the top.
But my biggest thing is there's a bunch of channels telling you how they make money. Most of them, they don't show you how they make the money. Some of them don't show you that they're actually making money at all. You know what I mean? It could just be them saying it and trying to put on ambiance. Other ones are just solid channels that are actually educational. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's no channels that actually like will tell you. Keep it real and tell you like the pitfalls you can walk into of investing in the cryptocurrency, right. The money that you're going to lose. Brace yourself. You know what I mean? Don't go crazy with this shit. You are going to lose money. You're going to make mistakes. Shit. Just today, I just told Justin earlier. I'm using Simple Swap. I'm not paying attention to kids bugging me and doing stuff, man. And I'm trying to swap money around, man. I sent regular ETH to a ETH based address, and now my shit's locked. I'm emailing the support, seeing if I can get it returned. I don't know if I can or can't, but you know what I mean. That
was it a significant amount?
I mean, it was a decent amount of money, but that ain't even a half of it. It was a decent amount of money. I was moving it to trade, and everything that I was going to put the money in ran.
That's how it works.
So, and ladies and gentlemen, that's crypto.
Absolutely.
So
100%.
And I've been around for a while, you know what I mean?
And you shouldn't, like right now, I'm like, come on, bro, what are you doing?
My kids are all in my ear.
No, you got to stop, reset. Come on, bro. You're an avid trader at that.
I know somebody. I don't even know if he's probably a step above avid.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the thing too on this channel. Like, people think, we be capping when I say like you're very talented and you really have plays, and because you don't show them, it's like, okay, so since they think you can, I think it's time for you to kind of like, kind of take that raggedy Nike t-shirt off and show and pump your chest out a little bit.
Well, First of all, I like my Nike t-shirt. It's comfortable and it's cotton. But I plan on like showing some trades and you know what I'm saying, kind of getting out here doing some different things that I wasn't doing before, and actually showing proof in the pudding of what I'm doing. I'm going to utilize my TikTok for parts of it. So if you're not following the TikTok, the handle for that is Cuff in the Bag. It's not Cuff in the Dip on there. It's Cuff in the Bag. So different moniker, same person though.
You got to show me how to use the live, because I got it up and I was like, okay, where's the live part at? He talking about on the laptops and stuff.
Yeah, I would have to show you, and it depends on what type of laptop.
It's Apple. No, it's a, what is this? The MSI.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to do it then. Yeah, I can show you how to do that when we hop off. But yeah, I'm gonna be pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is recording my entry and kind of showing how much I'm putting into the projects that I'm getting into, and then actually recording the results in the chart, which will show one of two things. One, that I have the same amount of tokens that I had when I bought it originally for the amount that I bought it for. And that same amount of tokens is worth more money at that time period, and kind of how long that time period took. And then what I want to do is kind of document like a 7-day period to like a month period of time and see how much volume is actually accumulated in profited gains within that period, and actually like document and actually have those things live. Then I plan on actually utilizing the Discord that I've created through the TikTok. You can actually get it through a membership on the TikTok, but I'm gonna actually be posting the things that I'm getting into, you know what I mean, as I'm getting into them, you know what I'm saying. Do your own research. It's all gonna have risk. I'm a complete degen, so you will see the gains I make. Gains do come with losses, so people need to kind of understand that and understand that portion when kind of moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. Even when we went to I went to Degen Land with you one day and we went to the ape store. That was my first time in the ape store. And I was actually successful. But did I have some bad plays? Yeah, but you do small increments. Like I started with 500, right? Did a couple $50 plays, round, because you definitely going to lose playing in that goddamn field.
Oh yeah.
And we started doing some stuff. We ain't gonna give out all the sauce. We started doing some stuff, and we started like talking. Like, wait a minute, like, let me see how cuff. Oh, okay, well, let me add this, and let me do this, and let me do this. And next thing you know, the 500 turned into like, 1,500 in a matter of like 23 hours. Now I was up for about 18 of those. How you got to do it in those type of things, but. If you don't got the balls for it, do not go in there because especially if you're new, do not go in there thinking you're going to do something because it will punk you, slap you, and throw you right back in your bed and tell you good night.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Then it'll wake you back up, slap you, and then knock you out and put you back to sleep. Seriously, like, man, Pump Fund will, yeah.
Yeah, Pump Fund and like Ape Store, like those are like you got to be prepared to take an L. Like,
yeah,
it's going to happen. You know, and let's say you put in on 10 plays, and you may take an L on 5 or 6 of those. But those, 2, 3, 4 that you hit on, you're gonna hit it solidly.
Yeah,
appreciate that, Tony.
Yeah, like the play Vern's talking about, man, that was like I think like $6,000 I made. And
man, you know what? The crazy part about it is, I was like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep this like 4 million. I was like, nah, let me go ahead and sell it off, bro. If I would have just kept that when it went to what you call it, man, but it's all good. Made a little bit, and yeah. Anyways, I can't say that.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting experience, especially for your first time. I feel like that was a good experience. You had some bad ones, you had a couple good ones, you know what I mean? And
I had I think 3 in a row, and I was like, wait a minute, let me fall back, let me follow on the cuffs, and then I made like the 150 back, and I was like, okay, let me reset, and then that's when we started talking a little bit. And I was like, hey man, he was like, yeah, I was like, all right, we're not giving out the sauce now. Can't give out that sauce.
Yeah, but most definitely, as soon as
Justin was jigging a little bit on that. Just coming out.
Once you got the rhythm of how to invest on that, because you got to have like a specific type of rhythm, like a something you paying attention to that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because they even change it up to how they do things on there. So you got to stay in the know, pay attention, see the signs, and then act on them and be patient from there. If you can be patient, man, I have played that I left a little bit in that one turned into like $8,000. The small amount that I left in turned to like $8,000 or so, like that. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro.
And that's like, it was like 2 months later.
That's crazy. That's even crazier.
Yeah. 2 months later, I just happened to go back and looked in the wallet, and the wallet said, I think it was like almost $10,000 because of something else that was in there. And I'm like, what the hell is in that wallet? You know what I'm saying? So I went to the wallet. I'm like, I done got rubbed, and it sent me something. I went back, and it was what I had bought. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
The most insane play I ever had, like the most like surprising for me, Bruh, I was on that old exchange that shut down. It was like one of the first ones that everybody went to. Oh, this was a great anyways, not Bitmart, not Bitforex. It was the first one. I can't remember. Anyways, bro, I said it was 5 tokens. And I was like, all right, let me just eeny, meeny, money. Bro, I eeny, meeny, money mode a token. I put $100 in, bro. I woke up the next day, bro. The mug ran up to like $3,500. I was like, I pulled it out and it was real. I said, oh, okay.
Bro,
that was like my first hit, man. Just like a drug, bro. I was like, fell in love.
Bro, I think it's
that first hit. I guess I had my first hit and I fell in love and then fell apart like a cheap suit.
Yeah, no, they think it's a game when I'm saying about the newer content I'm gonna do going forward, because I'm gonna be more so focused on like finding different plays and stuff like that, like I used to do. Like I used to find plays that are just run to where it's a couple thousand, you know what I mean? Like that's usually hard to find for most people and kind of weed out. So
yeah, I'm gonna share. I think
he was share
a little bit of sauce of how
he was doing it like twice a week.
Oh, what'd you say, Justin?
Said he was doing that like twice a week, finding like these just like random diamonds in the rough.
No, the thing is, there's a that's
a method.
That's like
there's a method. There's a method to it.
There's definitely, and we definitely had a little thing. Well, when you show up, Justin, I gotta go sing. You know how you do. Go coach, sing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't coach anymore, so I do like to sing.
Well, little Justin Bieber action. I see you.
So, of course, I screwed up the time, so not a lot of people watching, but it's all good. It's just I know some people have walked back and oh, it was on and probably watch it, but it'll get bigger and bigger as soon as things start popping off. People want actual content that actually makes sense and not somebody saying, hey, if you go to my Discord for $500, I can show you. Like, come on, bro.
Right.
What you gonna
well, fellas, before we do get out of here, should we what are some tickers? What are some projects, some things out there that might not be outside of the blue chips? I think XRP, I think we all are like an XRP these days. Shout out to XRP.
If I come on the channel or we come together, the first thing I want to look at is Bitcoin and see what Cuff idea about it is. And we can roll into, of course, what brought us all back together. We can kind of talk about that. And I'm glad that person, recognized that, the thing is, I don't think people really understood or understand what we're capable of. And I'm just going to definitely prove that to them along with you.
For sure.
They really sleeping, man. And that's my stomach.
They'll figure it out one day.
Yeah.
So you want Cuff to go break down like Bitcoin where it's at? Is that what you wanted to do?
No, I just want his take. See, I don't know if he did a chart or not or anything. I just want to get our takes on it. My thing is, this is my thing. For me, this is the week that it feels like the ETFs has something to play in all of this as well. Like this week is always like a week of Bitcoin. It's kind of like flippy. Now next week it should blow back and blow past 100,000 possibly. Maybe like the 105, and then it may chill a little bit again. But I think after inauguration, I think that's when everything's just gonna blow out the water, because that's when Trump can really go. President Trump can go, boom. Hey, guess what? If you want some Bitcoin, you can get it for a whole year without no taxes on crypto. Thank you, sir. You don't understand what that can do for us, bro. Whew.
And I think another part of it, it's the holiday season. You got people who are in crypto who, Bitcoin just ran up a little bit. The markets
I'm sorry, Justin. You're right. You hit that on the head. My bad. Because you're right, bro. Because I remember during the Saitama run, I did scalp a little bit just to get a couple nicer gifts. You know what I mean? So you're right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we got to come back together, because we can have people understand like what we didn't understand back then, which will save you a lot of money and a lot of like, depression.
Hey, I figured it out. All right, now we're officially live on Twitter. I don't know why.
Cool.
That whole time I was literally trying to. That's why I was looking back and forth. I was trying to get us live on Twitter. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this?
So if I go live on Twitter, it's just gonna show me talking though, because I'm not like on, right?
Yeah. It's not gonna have the audio, but we can actually we can hook it up to where, you know what I mean, if you wanted to put it on your Twitter also and shit, you can definitely have that as an option.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah, we might have to figure that out. But anyways,
so what we looking at right now is let me refresh because it's been a while since I came back to this screen. You know, sometimes things change a little bit. All right, so we got Bitcoin sitting at $96,209. Not bad. It's only down 1.7% on a 24-hour period, which I feel like is moderate for this pullback that we're actually seeing. It could have been a lot worse, I feel like. You got Ethereum at $3,604, down 4.4%. So it's taking more of the brunt force as far as this downtrend that we got. Then scrolling down, you see we got XRP topping out at $2.31. This is actually up on a 24-hour period, about 2.9%, almost 3%. So XRP is still moving up while the market is moving down. So that's actually pretty bullish. A lot of ICOs are doing very well. You got Solana sitting at 213, down about 2.6%. BNB is actually looking nice for the price that it's at right now. BNB,
don't BNB just be sneaking, like it be sneaking around, bro, and next you know it'd be $1,000.
It's just because like people weren't really paying attention to it when it was around like $200 and below.
Oh, don't say that, because I was like, I should grab like $5.
But nobody was. I didn't see any streamers, anything say, yeah, man, I'm collecting BNB right now, man. Low fees, it's only $200 instead of like ETH or Bitcoin that you can collect, man. And this has the potential to get to, you know what I mean, at least $1,000, $1,500, you know what I mean, bull run time if everything moves properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some variables that I feel like kind of turned people off on it a little bit. I know a lot more people were looking towards Dogecoin, especially with Elon Musk's involvement in the political things with Trump right now. So I know a lot of people, which I think the same thing. I think that this is going to have a hell of a run when it comes down to being bull run time. It's down 7% right now because it's not the topic of discussion right now. XRP is. A lot of other tokens are XLM, which actually had a pretty nice damn run. And there's a lot of other tokens that actually have done well. What's going on?
Go back up.
What you looking at?
Keep going. Doge. Let's stop right there. Do you know how many people had a bunch of Doge and probably sold it, but now looking like, wow, if I would have held, this mug goes to $1 and you had just 1 million tokens, you know, that was easy to get back then because, you know, it was only a couple cents, 1 cent. People sold, and now this mug probably going to hit $1, man. Or more. But anyways, go ahead, bro. We just got to really sit there and be like, wow, man, I got it wrong on Dogecoin. I ain't going to lie. I thought it was just going to be a hype coin and it's going to go away. It's not going away.
I knew it wasn't going to be a hype coin and go away when Elon Musk accepted it to the point that he accepts Dogecoin for Teslas. Like, I can go buy a Tesla with my Dogecoin. Like, that's bullish right there. Him accepting it and then him always mentioning it. Like, he's not prompted to mention it. I don't know if he has any back end involvement at all in Dogecoin or if it's just a large investment that he has as far as his portfolio, but he is supporting that, which means he'll have the support of Trump. You know what I mean? It's kind of versa going towards the election because he was supporting quite heavily. You know what I mean? And what I do want to say is welcome in everybody, man. I'm glad we got some new faces in here. We got about 50 people in here now versus the few that we had beforehand. So if you guys can,
we definitely got to make sure all our Twitters up together so we can do it.
Yeah. So make sure you hit the like button, share, man. The numbers are constantly going up. You guys missed a lot of good information, but this is recorded and you can go back at any time. We do have a few questions inside of the chat. Cuff, a question for Cuff. What does your TA expertise say where Bitcoin is topping in 2025? Now that's a hard and kind of
yeah, bro. I mean, you might as well ask me that. Like, TA expert. I mean, we can do a round. Okay, this is what we can do. Cuff, I know you're gonna find the Fibonacci, and then I'm going to say, this is what I think and why. So take it away, Cuff.
Well, let's see what chart. Let me get this off. What chart I'm on right now? I think I'm on a month. This is the month chart. So let me track that. So chart's bigger. All right. So if you're looking at this on a month span, hold on, let me drop the comment. I'm sorry. If you're looking at this on a month span right now, so I think I kind of explained. I need to clip that that live we did beforehand, because I literally went to the previous history of what kind of happened with Bitcoin and then kind of explained what I felt like what was going to happen. A little bit more value. You said what?
Man, you should have had that ready for the show. We would have played that right now and be like, hey, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like, he knows. Or go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was explaining that this initial like pump right here and then this pullback kind of explained like the pump that we were having beforehand and the pullback, and you can see it on shorter time frames. It's a little bit harder to see on the longer term time frames. So I'll zoom it out so you guys can see. And this was our next pump, which actually ended up being the all-time high for that period of time, which was around like 69, closer to almost 70K. And I was basically saying that after this pullback that we were going to find a bottom, which was actually, if I put my lines up, I have a line probably around this range or so, and that we were going to bounce and that we were going to hit a new all-time high. But I also explained that after by going to that all-time high that we were going to have a pullback, because we were going to need to, one, not only retest the ranges that we just left from, but we need to kind of relieve some of that pressure from the market. There's no way for the market to just continuously go straight up without any type of correction at all, period. That's not healthy, and that's going to make for a larger correction when you do actually have one, rather than it actually finding healthy support levels to kind of go back up at, which it did here. It went up, have reached a new all-time high, came down, used like the previous all-time high levels to bounce, and then went up from there, created another all-time high. And right here is where we're kind of getting resistance at, around like this 96K range. So where do I see this going from here? As of right this second, it very much so still looks very bullish, especially on the month time frame. Same on the week time frame. And I honestly, I think that we're going to probably, honestly, we may try to go up again, and we may get rejected around like that 96 level. And I think that we possibly could have a pullback. Not like a super significant pullback, but I think that we possibly have a pullback. And I think what maybe makes the market run is the inauguration of Trump, and just kind of some different things financially to kind of go and play. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts or rebuttals as far as like how you guys feel about like the time frames or the placements, but I do feel like that we could try to continue up. We'll still probably have like kind of.
He didn't ask you that, Cuff. He asked you what was BTC's top.
Oh no, I was gonna get to that. As far as BTC,
that's the part I want to get to.
BTC's top. This is why I wanted to pull up the longer time frame.
Yeah.
Tony, if I was able to tell you that, I would probably be either A, the world's smartest man, or a genie or some shit, because there's literally no data. Like there's no data for anything around these ranges. We're at a new all-time high. This is the equivalent of kind of trying to do data on like a small cap with launches. There's no physical data that supports any of the resistance or support levels that people will try to call out. that some projects have, because as soon as somebody dumps or something goes the wrong way, you know what I mean, the chart changes. This is a little bit different for liquidity, but things can turn, something can happen. Biden can be like, all right, we're going to war right before I get out of office. Y'all have a nice day. You know what I mean? You don't know.
They already tried that. It didn't work.
But just anything can happen at this point. You know, there are so many different variables, and for it to be no data for around this range, I think at the very least I can tell you that there's going to be a pullback to retest some of these previous levels to see if we're going to continue to start moving forward. But I think that we do move, and depending on how much volume comes in, I think we do probably try to get around, like at the very least, like 125 to 150 range, hopefully, depending on how bullish it is. Just like a random prediction. Don't hold me to it though.
Yeah, I say the top is very tricky, right? So I'm gonna write this down. Reserves, right? The US is doing a reserve, right? Russia is doing a reserve, right? So you already know BRICS is going to follow that. So it's going to be a multitude of companies that's going to have Bitcoin reserves. And Pennsylvania already said that they're going to have a reserve, right? So what if every state have a reserve? And if every state have a reserve, all those countries that have country reserves, they're probably going to have state reserves. So you're getting into new money that was never supposed to probably be in crypto, but now it's going to be. The United States alone, you know, they're going to print a hell of a lot of money just to be like President Trump said. The Bitcoin, like we're going to be the Bitcoin nation. We're going to be the number one. So, and you know, he's competitive. So the sky is the limit. And you know, if they're reacting like that to that, every company in the US is going to do it. Do you understand where I'm going with this? So it can be the top of Bitcoin in 2025 can be 300,000. That's my unrealistic, but my realistic, I promise it can really pump double the price that it's at now. I will say it can go to 200.
Yeah,
that's just my take, because of all the catalysts we don't know. It's a bunch of, I don't know if they do this. We don't know if Amazon votes and says yes. All the other S&P 500 companies are going to follow, except Microsoft. And Microsoft, I caution them. They got billions of dollars, but they got to understand they can turn into Circuit City just like that by making a decision not to buy Bitcoin. But anyways, that's just my take on it. And like I said, it's so much money that's going to come into this market. We were just relying on retail. Now retail is going to come in with S&P 500 companies and states that's going to have reserves and nations. I rest my case.
Yeah, but really quick, just to support why I kind of think there's going to be a pullback. As you can see, you can start to see the rejection around this range as this candle is going up. You see the wick starts to get a little bit bigger. Then you see it gets rejected around this range and held around this range. But the support level wicked up around here. So you have some good support. Starting to have less support around this range and kind of starting to break down this range. That's why I feel like we may have like another pump. And then it kind of comes back. If it does come back, I'm thinking like maybe like 89, 90K range or so.
So when you're saying this, are you saying like in a week time, or when you say it's going to be a pump, or and then it's going to come back? Well, like what time frame are you saying? Is it a month right now?
Before the inauguration.
No, I just wanted to see the weekly, because that's what I'm basing mine off of as far as weekly? Like, you remember I said the ETFs, like this is like the kind of the consolidation. So I think next week it's going to bump up a little bit. And like you said, it's going to fall back down to consolidation.
It's harder to see short term on longer terms. So like, look at this. You look right here. Mm-hmm. You can tell. You can probably already tell without me explaining it. The red in this band means sell, which it has a sell right next to it, which has the indicator that says sell goes with this line. It doesn't go with this band. So you guys don't get confused. But you can see it starts to get small and it starts to turn red as you're confirming a downtrend. These are lagging indicators. So if it was right on point, that point would have been probably around this range. But it it finds the information after it actually happens. So
Mhm.
registers downtrend around here, bam, band turns red. Then as you're starting to go up, you see the band starts to squeeze in, get smaller, changes green, right? Goes to your uptrend, which this wouldn't have been a bad area to buy, or even the buy indicator wouldn't have been a bad area to buy, because that was around like 40K. So if you're paying attention to either one of these, like that would have gave you your indicator to buy, and that would have been the uptrend right there. But on the long term, you see how thick this band is, it still looks bullish. Even though on the short term, it looks like we're going to have a pullback. That's my indicator to kind of tell me we'll have a pullback, but not like a significant pullback to where it's like, okay, like let me, you know what I mean, let me go ahead and stable up, or we're not bullish anymore. Like you can see on the longer terms, like either from the month and the week. Both.
Okay, so the week, right? Can you just do like the past like 6 weeks? Because I promise, man, the way it's been feeling to me, because I go by feel and I go by like, you know, what you're saying, like when I'm listening, well, when you're like on YouTube, and what like Crypto Banter saying, Sheldon the Sniper, I like intertwine all of that because and how the ETFs are going. I'm thinking, man, it's like it should be like 1 week is high, then 1 week it consolidates, it kind of goes down. Can you like explain that and see if I'm kind of on a little bit with that or not?
Yeah, so pretty much you started to fight resistance around this range at like 89.
Mm-hmm.
It broke that resistance, went above, and then you can see it's starting to have a lack of volume. It went down, had a sell-off, but this week,
so it's like every other week, right? Kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. So this week right here, each candle's a full week. So this week you had a sell-off, but it got bought back up and kind of consolidated. This week you had a sell-off, it got bought up, and then it had a little bit of volume. Now we're in this next week to where we're having a sell-off. So we could look, like I said, that kind of correlates what I told you, another pump, because that's what's kind of in that sequence, another pump to come. And then once again, we probably get rejected around that 100K range, 101.
Yeah, that's what I'm believing too. Like I think we're gonna pump to like 103, 102, and then like you said, it's gonna fall back down to probably like what you said, like in the 85, 87.
Well, I think its final destination, once people kind of realize that it broke the trend that it was in, is going to be around like 89, like 90K.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. The crazy part about it, man, is I felt I was like, this is what's really kind of going on, and I think the ETFs really kind of like, if you really watch, you'll kind of know like, all right, this is the time to kind of like buy this week, because it may be a pump. That's when you have large amounts of money, right? You know what I mean? Like if you have 100,000 to play with, like to buy a Bitcoin when it's low like this, and say it pumps to 103,000, I mean, you're making, you know, 5,000 or 6,000. You can get out to play.
Vern,
that's
look,
the power of capital.
All right, so if you pay attention really quick, I just want to highlight something real quick. So if you pay attention to, God damn it, I hate when it brings, I think I'm going to delete all my shit and just redo it, and then I'll redo it live because it comes on and I'm trying to explain like one thing and it's just everything in the world.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Back in. So all right, so I'm not gonna highlight it. I'm gonna come back next time I come back on stream. This is what the chart's gonna look like. I'm gonna take all my indicators off. I'm gonna tell you why I put certain indicators, and hopefully that helps some people to utilize them. Maybe, I don't know. So what I want you guys to pay attention to. You said what?
So that'd be a good idea for the stream. I like that.
Yeah. Because they might think you're capping and got it from somebody else. You know how people are, bro.
Yeah. That was all stuff just from previous years of me just charting. But this range right here, just pay attention to this top and kind of this candle formation of how it went up. It had resistance, it started to wake up, and then you see the long candle, and then you kind of see. All right, so hold on. So this first range right here, you can kind of see as it's going up, you see the wicks, right? You see the wicks from the rejection, you see the longer wick, and then a long candle, and then you have that pullback. Then right here on this one, where it actually reached the all-time high, you see the wicks of the candle going up, and then you see another wick at the top, the large dump, and then the downtrend that follows it, right? So right here, you got the rejections going up. you got the wick, the rejection, and then the only thing that's missing from this segment is the downtrend that follows it.
You're right.
So I just wanted to
show that again. Interesting.
Yeah,
See,
you
this the nerdy stuff that I like. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, no, it's just the candle formations, and you can see like the rejection coming from the wicks and the price rejection, and then you see the first dump and then the downtrend that follows it. And that's literally how it's been kind of happening throughout the lifespan of this chart when it has significant uptrends. Like that's how the uptrend actually ends. It has a little bit of volume. It'll have an initial pump, because the reason it has this wick at the top is because it pumped. And then after it pumped, it sold off.
Yeah.
And then it came back down to range, and then you had significant sell-off, and then you had the downtrend that followed it. The only thing that we're kind of missing from this segment is we already had the rejections going up, showing us that the price action isn't going to go up too much further from where it's going without some type of downtrend. And this candle is kind of like a smaller version of the downtrend. Now, if we have the next kind of week open up, you know what I'm saying, and it's kind of a candle that goes up and then it rejects around that range, we could be looking at another like larger like sell-off followed by that rejection, and then that downtrend that kind of follows it. So
good stuff. I hope y'all are paying attention. I really do.
Yes,
that's like you to be as ridiculous as you are. You're actually a very intelligent dude, bro.
I pay attention to a lot of details. But
shut up.
Man, look, I'm just different. That's what will classify me as. Just I'm different. I read different. I react different. Shit, I'm from Chicago. That's just life. I'm from Chicago, but I decided to dig into charts, TA. You know what I mean, and kind of go that route.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like, so let me just shut up because I just get too. There's so many talented people, bro, if you just give them an opportunity to showcase their talent. But sometimes you can't showcase your talent because it won't be cool to, or never mind, let me just shut up. I'll make people start thinking. The next thing you know, I'll be like, oh, he was in an accident. Like, huh?
Well, first of all, smash that like button and sub, do all that good stuff.
Grind time, what up, bro?
What up, Grind?
What's going on, man? And a question for Justin: are the Cowboys making it to the playoffs?
I think hell no.
Absolutely not. Time out. Whoa, time out.
I can answer that for Justin. I think Vern answered it.
No, MC Tony, I believe they can, bro. The real talk, though, because they look pretty good, bro. Now,
back to the Cowboys.
Man, come on.
Back to the Cowboys. I need the Cowboys to win 0 more games. I am on team lose the rest of your games.
We're not making
playoffs. I want to lose every single game we have left.
Get a good pick, like that's going to help. So
we get a better pick.
Y'all ain't been no good since Dion left.
Wow, I mean that's not far from being factual.
It's fact. Pull up their last championship.
No, I'm not going to debate that because then we'll be here for another hour.
What was their last championship?
Look. Hey, Tony. No, absolutely no. I believe that was
What's up, Bullish? That's
Bullish Life. What's good?
What's up, bro?
Yo.
Yeah, project.
If y'all not liking and or retweeting or sharing, yeah, man, we got 87 people. I have to acknowledge and I want to say hello. Make sure that they hit
what
that.
87? See, I can't see it, bro. You a hater, bro. Let me go to goddamn X. You pissed me off.
Now you're the hater though.
Right. I'm like, man, we got 89 now. Appreciate that extra person. Somebody told a friend. Look, retweet, get another friend in, man. Let them know the boys are back in town.
No, was messed up because I'm thinking I'm just like on YouTube with a couple people, and I'm sitting here. There's like 100 people watching. I'm sitting over here like this.
Yeah,
okay. Let me get.
Y'all comment from Twitter too if y'all want to chime in. Feel free to chime
in. Yeah. Ask us a ridiculous question.
But real quick,
I'm gonna a question about anything. I mean, about crypto. I'm gonna ask, hey man, your wife.
Real quick, let's smack through DeFi. That sound like a good idea. We can smack through DeFi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then we'll wrap it up because I actually got my mom watching the kids. That's why y'all ain't heard no kids yelling, baby. Boy, this was the smoothest stream that I feel like I've done. And I don't know how damn long. You didn't
have to get up. You didn't have to get not one juice.
I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to say stop karma or cash is dangerous.
Quran. What I tell Quran, you better go back upstairs.
The kids' names. Like if you've been here long, I might do a quiz to ask everybody what are the kids' names. That might be a gift.
I know the three youngest. I got the three youngest for sure. Hermano, we keep running into each other. Always great to see you, brother. And no, your Dodgers not winning back to back.
You're gonna end it with that. What a
I mean, look, this is why people needed our stream back. Y'all need this outlet. Y'all need this info. Because if y'all not gaining info from this, you know what I mean? It's not just jokes and fun and stuff. We joke around, we play around, we banter. But a lot of this is good information. If y'all not soaking this up, man, like I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's just bad out here.
But here's the other thing is like you don't have to soak it up. You can come in for just the banner. In Earlswood, what's good, my guy? How you doing, brother?
Oh yeah, definitely. You can.
Like you can just come kick it. Like that's what we do best. We just kick it. We tried to have some structure so we can have some type of structure.
Right.
But we pretty good at just kicking it.
Let's dive into DeFi and see what DeFi has to offer us. All right, so getting to it, straight to it, man. And
real quick, Earlswood, shout out Earlswood for a fiber from Earlswood.
Appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate
it. #SWP.
Shout out to that community, man. So right now we got Marbits on the screen, guys. So newer token that has recently come out. I don't know if too many people are familiar with it just yet, but you'll be seeing some content from my way on this Marbits token. I think that the concept is intriguing, it's new, it's fresh, it's something that you don't see on a regular basis. So this is something that I feel like getting in early on is definitely not a bad thing at all, period. Marbits is definitely, like I said, it's intriguing, and I feel like it will definitely gain adoption as people start to understand the concept behind it. And I think we got one of the best people in here to kind of explain the concept behind it, and then I'll kind of look at the chart and see where we are currently right this second. Vern?
Shout out to Earlswood. Real quick before Vern goes, shout out to Earlswood, another fiver, Marbits. And before Vern goes,
appreciate that.
My little 2 cents here. They did a pre-sale, and I am not a pre-sale guy. I can say that wholeheartedly. But I know 2Bit and I know Vern, so I actually was one of the lucky few who got into the 3-minute long pre-sale. So I was lucky enough. But 3 minutes. Is all it took for that pre-sale, 15 ETH. So shout out to them. Vern, it's all yours, brother.
What's good?
You can't tell me you missed all that. Great intro, and that's horrible. All right, so give us a rundown on Marbits, sir. We pulled up the chart. Actually gave you intriguing and very luxurious.
What do you want to know,
man? So if I'm new to this, I'm just now seeing this chart. We know that it's at a young age right now. So why am I going to buy some Marbits right now?
Well, the reason why you buy Marbits is because in this space, it's a cesspool of developers that don't know what the hell they're doing. Not any current projects that I'm in, but there's a lot of projects that I've been trying to do things with or seen around or back in the day just looking at them. And what I've seen in a lot of tokens, you got a lot of people that don't like understand like what it takes to push a token to a $10 million market cap, a $20 million market cap. And I've been watching 2Bit for almost 3 years now. I haven't missed like maybe 2 days. And the one thing he has the same drive I have. He has the same passion. And you can actually talk to him and you can, we can go back and forth, and he execute things in a quick and a professional manner. And that's what I'm used to because, my job is a professional job. And when it comes to people's money, I take that very serious. So that's why I connected with 2Bit on this project. And the one thing about this project, we do a marble race on the channel, right? And so for the past 3 years, people are like, man, why don't you come out with one? So you basically have a token, right? And so you had the BITS token, which we have now. And so, like, for example, we're doing a $5,000 race on Sunday, which is the first place winner gets $1,500. It was a community vote. So 2Bit gives the community time to vote. He really includes the community into doing things. So we're going to have a $1,500 marble race. First place, and of course, I'm gonna let 2Bit talk as far as the second and through fifth place. But Marbits is basically a marble race to where it's a raffle race. You take $10 of Marbits, which you buy on the chart, and then you go to the DApp and you actually enter in, and it's your wallet address that shows up. And if you win, you just basically automatically get ETH in your wallet. Base ETH is that, base ETH. So it's a great concept because what this can do, right, is bring communities together. It can bring excitement to a community to where, say, for an example, I'm gonna use Gotti because I like Gotti. Say Gotti comes over and says, hey man, we want to do a marble race for the community. Boom, them kids say, hey man, I'll just put up 2 Gotti and I'll throw in $1,000. Then hey, we'd be like, all right, cool. Maybe he can possibly do a race. So there's so many things that we can do, and I don't want to like let all the cats out the bag, right? But there's so many things to where we can bring a lot of communities together, right? And that's what I want to do because it just seems like everybody's just picking off each other nowadays. I just want everybody to come together with something fun, we wanted to make crypto fun again, right? So this is why we came up with the concept. It's fun on his channel, and I don't want to say too much because I'll be letting too much out, but there's a lot of things in store. I mean, just recently we got three YouTubers, for marketing purposes, and we're gonna have a couple more, coming soon, which let the cat out the bag. Hey, Cuff. Hey, Justin. And we just picked up Junior. He used to do some YouTube work for STC back in the day, but so he'll be having some content coming out soon as well. But yeah, it's just the thing, man, where we just want to have fun again, man, and I'm just tired of all this fighting amongst each other. It's like that whole B2 of Saitama. It just almost made me just go, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to blue chips and I'll just talk to Cuff and we'll do our plays and I don't have to be on YouTube. It almost took me to that point. But 2Bit Project came out, and I find don't get me wrong, it's hard work. It's definitely hard work to make this work, right? But we got a lot of good people around us, man. We got Glenn. He's really an advocate. He's really pushing this forward. And man, I can't say nothing good, but just stay tuned. That's all I'm saying, man. We got a lot of people hitting us up about things, and all I gotta say is just stay tuned, man. So many things that can happen. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned.
All right, most definitely. So I think that one thing that can be said about Marbits is definitely it has a solid community and it has a solid base. As you can see, there was a pre-sale And normally you see with pre-sales, you see like a huge dump after pre-sales. And what you can see with this one is there's a pullback. You want to, like I said, when you want to see a chart go up, you want to see a pullback and breathe a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of have that consolidation period to create those solid support levels that it can bounce off and then continue up. So you see this one had a nice pre-sale, sold out in 3 minutes, continued to go up from there, had a little bit of a pullback, you know what I mean? Consolidated.
Yeah, couple pre-sellers.
Yeah, consolidated. And what you have to understand throughout this process is there was a pre-sale, and some people are impatient in crypto, and that's just how things work out. They're unwilling to wait for things to kind of unfold. This is super early in this cryptocurrency, to the point that there's actually like no real data on some of the charts, you know what I mean? Like you go here, it's like you can't even really, like, this is the day chart. This is how many days this has been out, and people are already kind of selling out and not giving it time to kind of flourish.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Like, the thing is, if you see a project come out the gate successful, like, just give it 7 days. You don't understand, like, 7 days of people just say to everybody just held. Do you understand you can get to like a $5 million market cap, and then whoever's going to sell, it may just drop it back to a 3. But people are impatient, man. And it's like, what are we here for? What are we doing it for? If everybody want to make a quick buck, that's cool. But it's like, we're trying to build something special. And I hope everybody understands like what we're trying to build. And oh, look at this guy.
Heard everyone should hold some bits.
And he can explain this way better than I can. I'm not a speaker like that when it comes to that, but this guy right here, one day he'll come on and he can, like, this guy got a massive, you know, his goddamn mouthpiece is way better than mine. But I'm just the guy that make you understand, like, we can have so many things that I can't let the cat out the bag, but there's a lot of good things we can do. Just imagine, you know, some charity events being held on a live race.
Very true. Like Grind, you must have lost your marbles.
I can't look at 2 bits.
Love it.
Look, and what I have to say is, like I said, this is I literally went to the day chart. This is the 7th day that this chart's been alive. Like, it's still an infant. It's super early. Like I said, there was a pre-sale attached to it. So what you have to understand is there are panic sellers. There are people who don't see immediate value. Oh, it didn't go to 7 billion. I'm selling. You know what I mean? Those people who are in pre-sales, people who think that they got quick opportunities for money. Pre-sales are opportunities for money, yes, but it's an opportunity to get in at the ground floor of something that you feel like in the future that's going to advance or that's going to be beneficial and actually make some money in the long term. So when you're buying into stuff like this, like you're buying into a smaller company that's just building up. You're a part of the smaller company that's building up, and you're a part of that foundation at that point. That's what you're kind of signing up for at that point. Like, you understand this is the earliest point of this project. I'm able to buy it before it even launches. Then it launches, and some people see that they added either an additional 0 or it's $500 more than what it was, and it's kind of getting slow. Let me sell it now. But I've been in a lot of projects. I just mentioned earlier, I was in one for I left some and I took a little bit of profits. Everybody's okay to take profits, not like anybody sell shaming. Like, you can take profits, that's okay. But I wait until there are profits, you know what I mean? Like, because this has so much more potential, especially being so early, and like the adoption is still early. Man, I honestly think that that once people actually notice and get the concept and how this does kind of make cryptocurrency fun again, like this definitely becomes a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead
real quick. I was gonna say, and another thing, you know, a lot of cryptos, they launch and then they have to sell tokens to pay for marketing, to pay for development, to pay for, you know, certain things. If I'm not mistaken, Vern, 2Bit is in the chat as well. All of that has like been like prepaid for. Like, that's already has already been taken care of. That way, there shouldn't be any selling on the chart to pay for any of that. Correct?
Oh yeah. We don't have to do that because, you know, basically you got 1% going to the liquidity pool, 1% going to marketing push, 1% rewards pool. That's on the buy. On the sell, you got 1% liquidity, 2% game development, 2% rewards pool. So we don't need that. All we need is the volume. We need the community. Once it gets larger and larger. I mean, once we hit $1 million of volume, like some of these tokens doing, man, the sky's the limit. Y'all just don't understand, man. A lot of these tokens, $1 billion tokens, man, what do they do to give back to the people? We want to change that narrative. That's what we want to do.
All right. So just to give you guys an example, I'll take my drawings away again. I get it.
See, if 2Bit was an AI, I can just, he can just keep typing. It's a Bits brotherhood built around the community instead of the community built around a project. Now, 2Bit keep going. I can just be like, act like he's here.
All right. So let me
quick before you dive into this. Hey, I got to jump off of here. But appreciate it.
All right,
back.
All right,
attitude and effort, y'all. Added, absolutely. It feels good to be back. It does feel good to be back.
Man. Hey, before you leave, man, we got 3 tokens. I found Marbits. Now it's on you to find one, and it's on you to find one, Cuff.
All right, sounds like a plan.
So the applications for the everybody probably looking out. Oh, there's probably not a lot of people watching. Y'all don't understand what we're about to do. So it may be imperative that, hey, you might want to reach out to Cuff, Justin, or myself. Take care, Justin.
All right, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace, brother.
All right. So real quick, what I just wanted to show is a lot of people kind of gave up on this token around this range. They consolidated for a bit, went up and down, up and down. That's what consolidation does. You know what I mean? Some people sell, some people buy, but you see it stayed in its pocket for some time. Then got real out of pocket real quick. You know what I mean? Went from what was around like 400 to 300,000 bobble that it was doing back and forth to almost $5 million market cap. As you can see, the indicators are still pointing that this has potential to still go up. A little bit of a pullback, but it's just because it's beginning to get overbought. So this is just to kind of explain like early states of a chart. You definitely can see like this is super early. Like I said, day chart, super early. 4 hour tells the story a little bit better, but this looks like a similar consolidation. Definitely takes a community to hold to consolidate. So definitely want people to pay attention to early opportunities, man. You don't usually get too many of those. And when it really comes down to it, not too many charts hold up support like this one is doing so far. So definitely a good range to hold up, about 600, almost 700,000 on the market cap. So good solid liquidity amount. So it's not like a low liquidity amount. You have to worry about that. So that's good there. So yeah, man, good opportunities, early opportunities, man. And there's a lot of those in DeFi, but this is one that's super early and before mainstream adoption.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Like 2Bit took his time, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing that he did was, bring us back together. I don't need the marketing thing, but we brought the boys back, and my thing is, I want to bring y'all back, but I want to make sure I respect, what y'all been doing for the past couple of years. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that you kind of gave me a little cool, and I appreciate that. But you gotta understand, man, us being back together, bro, and you gotta understand, man, this is a different type of community, bro. I met Glenn. We got a nice a team in the background, bro. And me and 2Bit's been building for a minute, man. And it'll be a shame if I couldn't share that with you and Justin, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is why, man, I know what we can do, and we definitely gonna take this to the next level, man, because we got the experience. And once people see what we can do with this chart, people are going to start calling, and the people that was behind the first one I was involved with will definitely be around for a couple projects that I'm involved with. But one thing the projects have to do, they got to show and prove. You got to show and prove, seriously, because these guys are not going to fall for anything. So we got to be above board, and we got to be transparent. So man, just thank you, bro. Like I said, I just miss like being here listening to your goddamn charting because I can't do it, but I understand it and I can kind of, but I can't, the price action and blah, 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 how you be doing. I can't do that, bro. So, nah, man, it's been cool, man, just to get back. Like I said, I messed the time up, man. So I apologize about that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get my X combined so we can get more people to watch, and we definitely got to get people in here the right way, man. And shout out to Glenn, man, because that's what he's doing with a lot of people. He has like a group, man, and I don't want to say too much because I don't know if you want me to like just tell everybody. But man, he got a group of like he's onboarding people the right way, man, and that's what I like, bro. Yeah, that's what I respect, bro. Like he's doing it the right way because there's a lot of people, man. Hey, give me $2,000 and I'll show you how to make 100. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. 2-Bit said something. What did he say? Oh, he said we have no need or reason to sell any tokens on the chart. All of our build out, launch, marketing, and listening have all been paid for. We also have like a 22% LP to market cap ratio. Bullish. He said we have had our pullback at the same time as a big market correction. Let that sink in. See, that's why I like him. Because I expound on what he says. And Leah, just think about that. We came out, we ran up, and then the market correction came. And then if you got, normies or newbies in, they see it go down just a little bit, they're going to pull their whole bag. So that's the frustrating part. It's like people just got to walk people in the right way. But, we're going to do it, bro. We're going to do it, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Nah, but this has been a smooth stream, man.
Yeah, definitely. Man. Actually, hour and 22 minutes. I'll be trying to get off at 30 minutes.
Yeah. Usually I'm trying to keep them between like, let's just say realistically 45 to like an hour.
Yeah, I was good, bro. Yeah. Bro, back in the day, we used to be on for 4-5 hours. That's when people didn't have ADHD. Everybody got it now.
I need everybody to want to come back for more info, like for those avoiding the traps and all that good stuff streams, going into more content, kind of expanding on things. So we'll do more stuff. We'll dive more into DeFi next time. Kind of see what's going on. Dive more.
Yeah. This is our first stream back, and I think we need to set up something to where like we have a segment to where let's keep the new people safe, like kind of like a little segment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get them set up with some MEV blockers or something, maybe.
Bruh, like something, because sometimes there's some things I still don't know that you've probably been researching and learning when we weren't like really like on YouTube like that, and we kind of was doing our own thing for a second. So we got a lot to catch up on, Anyways, I'm just glad to be back, man. It feels good, and all my stuff working. I just can turn it on now. It just so.
Yeah. But what you want to say before we head out of here, man? I'm gonna run.
Nah, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate 2-Bit for partner up with this channel, you, Justin, and myself. I mean, like I said, just minus me because and like I said, you're gonna see content from 3 YouTubers, and we got a lot more in store. Got a lot of good people hitting DMs. That's all I can say. And if that's going on that way and people on my side see something like that, and like I said, we got some good whales. Just don't let this fool you because it's a market correction. But we got some good whales. And the thing is, once you have a good whale structure, it's going to start showing soon once that market start busting. But anyways, Grind Time, thank you for coming out. Glenn, thank you for coming out. 2-Bit, of course, thank you, man, for all you do, and get some sleep. And he says, them cold feet. Yeah, I've been getting rugged left and right. Grind Time, bro. You got to get Cuffs Ape Store tutorial. That's going to be $2, though.
Yeah.
Nah, seriously, bro. Like, stop it. It's like, why? Okay, that's another show. It's like, why do people still like getting rugged? Even though we know, like even I think I put like $30 in. No, I said, I'm gonna just throw 20 in there. And lo and behold, what did it do? Dump. He knocked. I just did 20 just to be like, all right, let me just put 20 in here. I was like, this is so terrible. and you using your name to be a terrible. Yeah, I think did it rug pull because the mug went from like $20 to like $3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's terrible.
sure. Pretty sure it rugged.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
But yeah, man, we can go ahead and sign off, and then I'm
Yes, sir. See, I can't see the people on. Hold on, nobody's on Twitter saying anything, are they?
No, not right now.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, but you want to say anything before we wrap it up? Now I'm close it out.
Oh man, I'm good to go, man. You take care, bro, and I will see you next time. We're definitely talking, devise a plan going forward.
All right, roger that. Shit. Well, you guys enjoy the rest of your night, man. It's been a good one, man. We're gonna try to get back to some regular streams, man. We'll be on Twitter, YouTube, maybe a couple other places. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. We'll catch you next time.
Yep. Take it.